everybody, I'm Laura and welcome back to Atomic News TV. And you guys, tonight I totally wasn't going to make a video. I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch me some Netflix, and I was going to say chill, but that sounds so wrong. I was just going to watch some Netflix. But then Venezuela happened. I know some of you don't follow what's going on in Venezuela and don't care about what's going on in Venezuela, but I do, and I know there are some of you out there that do, because I put a poll out in the community section about, what do you guys want to hear about? And the number 2 topic was Venezuela. So this video is for those of you guys who voted Venezuela. You guys, what's going on? So in my poll, I specifically said something about addressing the media blackout that's going on in Venezuela, because honestly, like, the media was kind of silent for a few days on Venezuela. And I thought to myself, that's kind of fishy. Like, that's kind of odd. We know there's stuff going down in Venezuela right now. Why aren't we hearing anything about it? Well, the truth is there was a blackout, but it wasn't a media blackout. It was an actual blackout, you guys. Like, I can't even imagine what went down in that country. Okay. Like, it had to have been chaos. Power to the entire country, with an exception of one state, went out. Okay. So let's just say the whole country had a power outage. Yeah, and not just for minutes. We're talking hours. We're talking, like, over a day. Okay? Can you imagine, just for 1 second, what would happen in this country if there was no power? The power grid went down in the U.S., and the U.S., except for one state, had no power. Can you imagine the chaos that would ensue? It would be insane. So this is what happened, okay? Venezuela is they're used to blackouts. But this was the worst blackout in, like, decades, you guys. And it pretty much left the whole country paralyzed. Though the power remains patchy right now, the power is back, okay? But this is what went down. Thursday afternoon, so yesterday, they say one of the hydraulic plants had problems. Problems, you think? Maduro, of course, says the problems were sabotage by his foes. Of course he's going to say that, of course. Because heaven forbid he, man up and, agree that he's a shitty leader and that he hasn't been taking care of his country, and the grid probably went down because, he can't even fill a pothole probably there. Just saying. But power returned Thursday for a brief amount of time, okay, and then went right back out. Yep. So, of course, Guaido blames Maduro for his poor management of the country. So you have the two men who both feel they're president going back and forth, making cheap shots at each other. The grid there has been God, I can't speak tonight, can I? Deteriorating for like decades, though. So it's not a surprise. They've had blackouts there before. It's like Southern California and rolling blackouts. If you live in Southern California, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, this happens in Venezuela, like, on a regular basis. Maduro called it electrical warfare from, surprise, surprise, from the United States. Of course he's going to say the United States, because what else is he going to say, really? But, you guys, there was no transportation. They had no public, like, transportation, and people had to walk home for, like, miles to get back home, because the stoplights were out, schools were closed, businesses closed, hospitals. Have you guys seen the videos of how crappy the hospitals are in Venezuela? They're bad. We're talking like third world country, you guys. In some cases, your hospital room, if you're staying there, is completely dark unless you bring your own light bulb. And I shit you not. I'm not making that up, you guys. That's like in a documentary. But some of these hospitals don't have generators. Can you believe that? Some of these hospitals don't have generators. So when the power goes out, if you're on life support and you don't have a generator at your hospital, you're screwed. And it's very unfortunate, but this did happen, okay? So there were hospital locations with no generators. Life support went out. Nobody had any news to watch because they couldn't watch TV. They didn't have access to internet, so nobody knew what was going on. People were walking the streets, roaming the streets, banging pots apparently outside their windows to let people know they were okay. Like, it was crazy. Okay, it was crazy. But what happened there is a drop in the bucket compared to what would happen here. Like, if that happened here, people would be looting, stealing, you know, food, stealing Nike shoes. Like, yeah. It would be insanity in the US if the grid went out in 49 states. So my question is, was this electrical warfare? Was it? Has the Venezuelan military been compromised? Is somebody on the inside in the military working for Guaido and oop, boop, pushed the magic button at the hydraulic station to shut off the power to maybe stage a coup? Could the US be involved? We could be. Would that surprise me? No. Would I support it? Yes. Or is it simply just Maduro's shitty rule? It might just be that. You guys, my last question for you. We've been watching our southern border for how many months now? And we've got the crisis on the border. And we've got all these migrants coming over the border right now illegally. How long until we get Venezuelan refugees? That's what I want to know. Just a thought. You guys put your thoughts and comments below. Let me know what you think. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. And if you're new to my channel, hey, make sure you hit subscribe and that bell icon so you can see when I post videos and updates about this topic and everything else political going on right now. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you're having a great Friday night. And until next time, peace out.